Hi VC, it's Rob here with another video, and this is a haul video, stuff I've been picking up over the last couple of weeks. And the record you can hear in the background is this one, and it's by Jay Som, and it's called Anak KO, and you get a gatefold with it as well. So this album came out 2 weeks ago. I was doing what I always do, which is just go on Apple Music, new releases, and this one caught my eye. I really enjoyed it, played it probably 5 or 6 times before I bought it from Amazon. Jay Som, this is her third album. She's based in Los Angeles, and she was in bands when she was in her late teens, but nothing was really happening for her, so she got a job in advertising, but that didn't work out, so she went to South by Southwest and got picked up, and this album is written and produced by her, and I really like it. I thought I'd have it on in the background, then you can sort of see what all the fuss is about. So yeah, Jay Som and Anak KO. So what else have I got to show you? Now, I went to one of these sort of antique, sort of they call them emporiums, and I was wandering around there like you do, and I stumbled upon this album for a £5. So yeah, the Buzzcocks and Love Bites from 1978. I couldn't believe my luck, really. I mean, there's a lot of sellers at these emporiums that have got, you know, hundreds and hundreds of records, but this was just in on a random stall. It just had about 10 records. So yeah, this has got the big hit, Ever Fallen in Love With. It's a reissue. I think it was reissued in 2014. So it's pardon me, it's got a booklet with it as well. So yeah, when you think of Manchester bands, I know people talk about Joy Division, but I always think of the Buzzcocks. It's got the, of course, earlier this year, Pete Shelley, the singer, sadly passed away. But yeah, this has got the lyrics with it as well. So the Buzzcocks aren't really thought of as much of as an albums band, more of a singles band. Singles like Promises and Orgasm Addicts, What Do I Get, I Don't Mind. Just a really great singles band. So, but I couldn't believe I picked that up for a £5. So now, here's an album everyone's been showing on the VC. The Black Keys and Let's Rock, and it actually cost me £10. So I've been listening to this album as soon as it came out. Was quite excited. When I first heard it, did I like it? I wasn't struck on it, to be honest. It's got the Black Keys and the electric chair on the label. I wasn't overly struck with it, if I'm honest. And then I kept playing it because I'm just thinking it's gonna hit me. And then I started to enjoy it, and then I started to go off it again. So I wasn't actually going to pick this up, but when I saw it for a tenner, I mean, what's that telling you, that I can pick it up for a tenner, and it was only released about 4 months ago? But yeah, pleased to pick it up, but it's certainly not my favourite Black Keys album. But for a tenner, yeah, couldn't leave it there. So yeah, Let's Rock by the Black Keys. Now, we've got stickers with that as well. Now here's an album from 1980, which I never actually owned, but I was delighted to find it. So yeah, it's Just Can't Stop It by The Beat. I always love that lady there playing her records. So yeah, this came out in May 1980, and that's when I left school, so you know, I didn't have much money. And The Beat were a band that you had The Beat, The Specials and Madness, and they were kind of the 3 bands at the time, with The Jam and The Police and Blondie, who everyone seemed to be into. And The Beat just sort of, they weren't the top of my priorities. Most of my friends had this album, so if you ever wanted to give it a listen, I'd just do a bit of a swap my Setting Suns for a Beat album for a couple of weeks. But yeah, this is obviously on the Gold Feet label, and this has got a track that was voted the 3rd best single in 1980 by NME, Mirror in the Bathroom. It's a great track. Hands Off She's Mine, that's another great one. Best Friend, Twist and Crawl, really consistent, good album. I mean, I've got the other Beat albums. I've got What Up and I've got Special Beat Service, but funnily enough this was the only one I didn't have. But yeah, really iconic sleeve as well, so yeah, just can't stop it. And that cost me £8, so I was pleased with that. Now, a 12-inch single by one of my favourite bands who nobody else talks about on the VC, but I love them, and it's The Brilliant Corners and Delilah Sands. So I had this on 7-inch single, but it cost me a £5, but anything Brilliant Corners, I just pick it up. You don't see it knocking around that often. Brilliant Corners from Bristol. I went to see them probably about 5 times between 87 and 89. I always thought they were gonna sort of hit the big time. They're very, very much like the Smiths, without the hit singles. But yeah, Davey Woodward, the singer, and I've never actually seen this out in the wild, and I love the sleeve as well. Really nice sleeve there, plenty of dancing going on. So yeah, Delilah Sands by Brilliant Corners. Now what else have we got? Oh, we got a classic now. Certainly a classic album, this one. And it's On the Beach by Neil Young. So obviously I've got a lot of these albums on CD, but this is one that I didn't have on vinyl. It cost me £9, so I thought it was pretty good. It's an original copy, and it's on a Reprise label. We all know that. So yeah, one of Neil Young's best albums, and I think I'm getting up to double figures on the Neil Young albums. But you know, I think there's about 43 to go at, so it's going to take me a while to get all those, and I do intend to get them all. So yeah, Neil Young there, and On the Beach. Now, picked a 12-inch up for £1 on the car boot sale this weekend, and it's Gary Newman. Well, it's Tubeway Army actually, and Our Friends Electric. So I mean, this was #1 in the UK in '79 for 4 weeks, and every time you go looking at 7-inch singles, I can guarantee that you'll see countless copies of Our Friends Electric. But it was #1 in '79. A lot of singles sold in that year, and to be #1 for 4 weeks, you know, that takes some doing. The flip side of this, We Are So Fragile, is a good track as well, but I don't think I've ever seen this on 12-inch before, so I have to pick it up. Tubeway Army and Our Friends Electric. Now, here's an album that's influenced by the VC. Richard McCook, one of my favourite channels on the VC. If you're not aware of Richard, go and check him out. And he's a big fan of Slade, so I picked this album up, Slade in Flame. And I did pay a tenner for this, which maybe is a little bit steep, but it's in such good condition. And Richard had done a rankings video all about Slade. It's just on the Polydor. I think it's from '76 this, just as Slade were on the decline. It's got a great track on here called How Does It Feel, which is one of my favourite tracks from the '70s. And Richard ranked this as his favourite Slade album when he did his ranking. And for me, it's very Marmite. Some of the tracks I really like, and some of the ones, Noddy Holder, the singer, when he starts shouting, I'm not a lover, but when he does his ballads and there's a piano involved, I think they're great, Slade. So I was really pleased to pick this up. There's the guys. So yeah, Slade in Flame. Now what have we got here? Oh yeah. This album came out, I think, about 3 years ago, and it's Palace and So Long Forever. So yeah, Palace are from London. They've got a new album that came out a couple of weeks ago, and this I went to see Palace a couple of years ago when my son interviewed them for the radio station, and so I've only just picked this album up, had it on CD, but it's not cheap on Amazon, it's a bit over £20. So yeah, I decided to pick it up. It's kind of pretty one-paced, nice hooks in the songs, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. You know, they were on at Glastonbury and playing the new album, and again, that's quite one-paced as well. But I do like Palace, so I'm not sure what the future holds for them, but I love the artwork as well. So that's Palace and So Long Forever. Now I picked this album up for £4. It's Raven by the Stranglers. So yeah, I think this is from '79. Got a nice inner with it with the lyrics, and this has got big hit Duchess on it, Nuclear Device, and a track called Don't Bring Harry. I do really like the Stranglers. I love sort of the first 5 albums, maybe the first 6 albums, and then after that you sort of got Hugh Cornwell when he left the band. I mean, I've got friends who have seen the Stranglers about 40 times, and I've never actually seen them live, because if I was going to see the Stranglers, I want to see the Stranglers in 1977, 78 really. I mean, they were a young band in 77, so they must be, you know, with Zimmer frames these days. But yeah, I actually had this album, it disappeared, so I picked it up for £4, and it's a good album. So yeah, Stranglers and Raven. Now Richard McCook again has done a ranking video on Kate Bush singles, and I've picked a few Kate Bush albums up lately. So this is Never Forever by Kate Bush. This is an original pressing with a nice gatefold. So this has got Babushka on it, and Army Dreamers, which is one of my favourite Kate Bush tracks. So yeah, when I was watching Richard's video, you know, I think Kate Bush has done well over 25 singles. Not as many albums, maybe 11 or 12 albums. Paul, 33 1/3, did a ranking video of Kate Bush albums, which was really enjoyable. And like I said, I picked a couple more Kate Bush albums up recently, which I'll show in the future. But yeah, this one I picked up about a couple of months ago. But yeah, good album, Kate Bush, and Never Forever. And finally, say the best till last day, managed to find this album. So it's Love Forever Changes, which is certainly a classic. I don't need to show the label, it's on Elektra. It's in really good condition. Paid £13 for it. It's an album that you do not see very often, and it's in really good condition. This little bit of ring wear on the back. But yeah, the story behind Love for me is I was babysitting, and the couple I was babysitting for when I was about 22, 23 had a load of albums. I saw this album, put it on the turntable, and you know, it blew me away. I couldn't believe how great it was, and I'd never heard of Love at that time. So I've had the CD for years, but really pleased to pick it up on vinyl. So yeah, real classic, probably in my top 10 albums of all time. So Love and Forever Changes. Now, I've got some 7-inch singles to show. I've been buying a lot of 7-inch singles recently, so I've been out today actually and bought another 25, but I've got some to show here, so I thought I'd flick through these. So yeah, Todd Rundgren, I Saw the Lights. This is, I mean, it's no wonder it's not easy to find Todd Rundgren stuff around, because, you know, he just wasn't in the UK charts. I mean, this is from '73, and a lot of people know this song, but they probably couldn't even tell you who sings it, but it's in really good condition. I paid £1 for it, so yeah, please pick that one up. Jesus and the Mary Chain and April Skies. I think this is the biggest hit by Jesus and the Mary Chain, so pleased to find that one. from '93, Lloyd Cole, and So You'd Like to Save the World. I'm not even sure what album that's from, but when you see stuff from the 90s on vinyl, the place where I bought these singles from were two places. One of them, all the singles were half price, and then the other one, singles were £1. So this one was half price, so this one was 50p. And at the car boot sale I found this one, Bit of Fun, from Madness and the House of Fun, picture disc. So that was 50p. I do have that on a 7-inch single, but I've never owned it on picture disc, and it was a #1 in '82. So I picked this up, Manic Street Preachers, and the theme from MASH, and on the B side is the Fatima Mansions with Everything I Do for You, and that is 100 times better than the Bryan Adams version. Delighted to find this Prefab Sprout and Appetite from the Steve McQueen album, and that was £1. This was £1. More Stranglers, Nice and Sleazy, from I think it's from '78. I think it may have just got in the top 20, that one. Here's one of my favourite singles of all time, and this was £1, The Associates and Party Fears 2. I do have this on a single, but I've never had it on picture sleeve, so for £1 thought I'd have an upgrade. This I wouldn't say a one-hit wonder, but it wasn't really a hit. I think it got to about number 33 in the charts, and it's Lines by a band called The Planets from Liverpool. Just a song I've always liked, and when I saw it for £1, I had to pick it up. I really like that sleeve as well. So yeah, The Planets and Lines. Now I think this is from 1980, and it's the Corgis. I love that sleeve. This was £1, and it's If I Had You. And on the flip side of this, I discovered two great tracks. One called Chinese Girl and one called Art School Angst. So yeah, they're great tracks, but that's a great sleeve, that. Love that. So yeah, the Corgis and If I Had You. I found this one, really good condition, the Proclaimers, and I'm on my way. To guys from Edinburgh, the Reed Brothers. So yeah, pleased to find that one, the Proclaimers. Now I keep talking about Rich McCook, but he did B-sides that should have been A-sides, and I found this for £1. It's Squeeze and Sunday Street, and on the flip side a song called Maidstone. Now Richard thought Maidstone was the best Squeeze track of the 1990s, but I really liked Sunday Street. I'd not heard it before, so yeah, really enjoyed it. So yeah, Squeeze and Sunday Street with Maidstone on the flip side. Now this is one of my favourite records from 1981. It was not a hit, Department S and Going Left Right. So Department S had a minor hit with a song called Is Vic There, and this was a follow-up single, which I did used to have, and I was thinking when I was going buying singles that I wanted to find this. I don't think they ever actually did an album, but yeah, I love that song, Going Left Right. And I actually know when I bought this single, I bought Sat in Your Lap by Kate Bush on the same day from Middleton. American Sequin by Nick Lowe. And on the flip side is What's So Funny About Peace, Love and Understanding. And it sounds so much like Elvis Costello, that version. But yeah, anything by Nick Lowe, it's in decent nick. Now I'm not a lover of Robert Palmer, but there's two songs by Robert Palmer I really like, Every Kind of People and this one, Johnny and Mary. So, and it's just like brand new, it's in such good condition. This is a song that I always loved. So yeah, Johnny and Mary by Robert Palmer. And here's an In Spiral Carpets track that I've got the original single, but I didn't have the acoustic version of Joe. And it's got Seeds of Doubt and Whiskey on the B-side. So yeah, this was 75p. So yeah, I was pleased to find this one. For all these singles, they cost me 20 quid for them all, so I don't think that's too bad. And there's actually some more that I'm not actually showing, so for all these are probably about 13 quid. Orange juice and Felicity, this was a nice find. He actually gave me this one for free because I bought quite a few off him. But like I said, I didn't spend that much, but I bought a few albums off him as well, so on Postcard Records. I think this is from, might be 82. Altered Images and Bring Me Closer with Surprise Me on the flip side. And I had a guess that this got to number 29 in the charts. For some reason I remembered that, and it did, so yeah. One of them, it's not even a hit really, a bit of a minor hit. Now really pleased to find this, Echo and the Bunnymen and Rescue. This was half price, so it was 75 pence. So yeah, anything Echo and the Bunnymen. I've got a lot of stuff by them, but this was a single that I never actually owned. Early 90s band, House of Love with Shine On and Allergy. So yeah, really pleased to find this. Really underrated 90s band, House of Love. An 80s band who I've got a lot of time for, the Dream Academy. Massive hit, of course, with Life in a Northern Town, and this one's called Love Parade. I think the album's called Love Parade. Good album. So yeah, I'm pleased to find that. If the sleeves are in really good condition, you know, anything from the 80s, you know, it's 35 years old. Found this television single, Foxhole, for 75 pence, but I prefer the flip side, Careful. Thought that was a good song. Found this for £1, half price, the Clint Boone Experience. Now Clint Boone is sort of the main guy in the Inspiral Carpets, the keyboard player, and this is White No Sugar. This is very much like the Fun-Loving Criminals to me, but you don't see Clint Boone singles knocking about. I think it's from the early noughties, so delighted to find that. Didn't even know it existed. Here's a band from Macclesfield, which is just outside Manchester really. They were around at the Britpop time. They're called Marion, and it's called Sleep. So yeah, it's on orange vinyl as well. Marion were kind of here today, gone tomorrow really. I think they've reformed, and you get a lot of these Britpop sort of tours going around the country every sort of Christmas, and 5 or 6 Britpop bands, and Marion seems to be on that bandwagon. So yeah, Sleep by Marion. And in a similar vein, Geneva from Scotland. I think they're from Edinburgh, and Dollars in the Heaven. And yeah, Geneva, they kind of passed me by a little bit, but I really like this single. I knew they were kind of a Britpop band, and it was only 50 pence, and you know, it's in really good condition, so yeah. One of my favourite singles from ever really is Tiny Children by the Teardrop Explodes. So yeah, from the album Wilder, Julian Cope, Godlike Genius in my opinion. Tiny Children is a great track. Not a big lover of the Bangles, but I do like this track, Going Down to Liverpool, with Dover Beach on the flip side, and it's on CBS. Manic Monday I do quite like, but I think Going Down to Liverpool is probably my favourite by the Bangles. And finally, oh no, 2 more. This was 50 pence from Car Boot Duchess, which is on the Raven album that I showed earlier, with Fools Rush Out on the flip side. It's not in great condition this, but for 50p, bit of a classic punk single. And talking of classic punk singles, Public Image Limited for 50 pence, with the Cowboy Song on the flip side. So plenty of albums and plenty of singles. So yeah, I've started to buy singles. I think I've probably bought about 80 in the last couple of weeks, and they've not cost me a lot of money. Average price about 50 pence. So I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's influenced by the VC or just something in me wanting to buy 7-inch singles. I've got well over 2,000, but if you're looking for 7-inch singles, there's always something around, and like I say, the prices are pretty reasonable. So hope you enjoy this video. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for subscribing. If you're an old subscriber, just thanks for popping in and watching my videos. If you want to make a comment, I always get back to you. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.